Hi, how are you today? Welcome to Well Done Life with Daphne Smith. It's great to be back. I took last week off, if you're watching the replay of this, or if you're just tuning in. I took last week off to celebrate 4th of July with family and hang out and just not live life by a clock. And it was such a blessing to be together. And I see a couple people popped on. Great to see you, girlfriends. Lisa and Karen are here, and I'm excited about what I'm going to share with y'all today. So thanks for tuning in and being here. If you've watched more than one of my videos, you know that I start everyone off with a shout out or some gratitude, and really they can kind of be the same thing. So what I want to do today is I want to recognize a fellow author. Granted, she's an international bestseller, but hey, give me a minute, right? So I was recently introduced to Mel, female, Mel with one L. Hey, Judy. Mel Robbins. She wrote the book, The 5-Second Rule, Transform Your Life, Work, and Confidence with Everyday Courage. And y'all, seriously, I know why it's an international bestseller. First of all, it is simple. This is not a philosophy that is going to take forever to adopt. What it takes is an open mind and a desire. And yes, Karen, I'm not surprised that you read her book. Pretty cool, huh? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Karen knows what I'm talking about. If you get Mel's book, you will as well. This has nothing to do, as Mel says, with from the time you drop food on the floor to it goes in your mouth. Okay, that's not what the 5-second rule is for those of you with kids. If you don't have kids and you observe the 5-second rule, I'm kind of worried about that. But anyway, I want to give a big shout out to Mel because of what I've been reading, and I've been watching some of her videos on YouTube, really making some changes in my day-to-day. And that's what I love, is I love seeing changes in my day-to-day. And really, that ties right into our topic for today. It's, what's it worth to you? And are you willing, or how much are you willing to risk and sacrifice? So let me give you a little backstory. Earlier this year, I set several goals, and maybe you set some goals as well. In fact, if you set goals either earlier this year or ever in your life, we'll just be real broad and general right now. If you've ever set goals, type in the comments, goals. If you want to share what they are, cool. I respect and admire that, and I encourage it. And if not, that's okay too. Just type in goals so I know that I'm talking to some people who get it, okay? So the harsh reality of goal setting is that if you've always met them, then most likely they weren't big enough, okay? That's just true. If a goal is going to cause us to truly grow and to change, to level up, we're going to have to make some sacrifices. We're going to have to change our day to day. So that's kind of where the 5-second rule has come in. But I will just tell you that earlier this year, I was talking to one of my coaches. Great to have you join us, Grace. And I'm going to keep giving shout outs. So if you're watching the replay of this, it was a live video, and I'm not talking to imaginary friends. There were people here live with me. Anyway, earlier this year, I was talking to one of my coaches, and that's plural because I'm complex. I need a lot of coaches. It really takes a village, and that's not a political endorsement, okay? I need a team to get me where I need and want to go, and I value them. So I was talking to one of my coaches earlier this year, and my coach asked what my goals were. And I'm going to turn off my phone because it would be really rude to take a call right now. So I'm telling my coach what my goals are, and just off the top of my head, I said, lose 50 pounds by October 1st. Now here's something else. If you've ever set a goal in haste, type haste into the comments, okay? If you ever just said something and later on thought, what was I thinking? or where did that come from, then go ahead and type in hey. So again, I know I've got some company in this. But anyway, I told him I wanted to lose 50 pounds by October 1st. Now the date wasn't random. The date is my 30th wedding anniversary. My husband, me, whatever. It's the 30th wedding anniversary of when David and I got married. And I thought, I want to be looking good. And that was a goal for me, okay? And here it is, July. Yeah, well, October is just a few months away, and haven't done it. Haven't gotten close. Not even halfway there, okay? I'm just being real here. I'm just throwing it out there, okay? So here's why. I was not willing to take a risk. I was not willing to make the sacrifices that I needed to make in order to get where I wanted to go or achieve what I wanted to achieve. You see, it doesn't matter if your goals are physical, financial, relational, spiritual. I made some notes earlier because I had some really good examples. Whatever your goals are, educational, okay, all those O's, whatever your goals are, in order to achieve them, in order to get where you want to go, you have to leave where you are. And that's going to involve risk. In fact, this morning, alarm went off at 5 o'clock. And thanks to the 5-second rule, I did get out of bed and I did go to the gym. But I got to tell you, I didn't feel like it. I was so not in the mood to work on my goal this morning. And the reason I chose to is because I am willing to make the sacrifice to get as close to that goal at this point in time as I can, okay? The risk, this particular goal, there wasn't a lot of risk involved. Like, I live in a safe neighborhood and I have a reliable car, and where I work out, it's open 24/7. So I didn't have to worry about, are they going to be open or not, right? So there weren't any real risks, but I had to sacrifice because y'all, I got to tell you, I love my bed. It's very comfortable. I sleep at 68 degrees, so it's nice and cool. Got the sleep machine going, took my essential oils. They were diffusing in the air. It was a really nice, comfortable place, which some might also refer to as a rut or a comfort zone, right? But I decided it is more important to achieve my goal, to make that sacrifice, to get up and go so that I can start the day off with a win. So what I want to ask you today is, are you willing to take the risk or make the sacrifice you need to make in order to achieve your goals? I mentioned goals like relational and financial and educational and spiritual. And going to the gym, like I said, it wasn't a risk for me. But earlier in my life, I took a risk. In fact, for those of you who know my story, you know that just over 4 years ago, David and I were not in a great place. In fact, I left him. And he's very open about it. I'm very open about it because by the grace of God and getting real, we got back together and everything worked out. But I got to tell you, I was so committed to achieving the goal of living a life filled with peace that I was willing to risk walking away from a marriage of over 25 years. Okay? I'm not sharing that because I'm like some woo person to be admired. That's not it at all, okay? I'm saying I was willing to risk everything I had known in order to achieve something greater. And what's super cool is we have something greater today because I was willing to risk. Thank you, Karen. #brave. It was one of the scariest things I'd ever done in my life because I had no idea what was going to happen. And that's the same thing with maybe relational goals that you have, maybe vocational or career goals that you have. What's it really going to take in order for you to achieve that next level? What are you going to have to risk? And bottom line, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to take the risk? And it's not just a matter of commitment, okay? When our purpose, or when, as some people, Simon Sinek, said, what's your why? When our purpose is so great that it's bigger than ourselves, when it's bigger than the immediate moment, that's when we're going to take the risk. That's when we're going to make the sacrifice to achieve the goal. So I'm going to be honest, that goal I mentioned earlier, the 50 pounds by October 1, it wasn't big enough. I mean, 50 pounds, that's a big deal. Within a year, that's a big deal. But I wasn't willing to address the health issues that I've been denying. I wasn't willing to get uncomfortable and get out of that bed. I wasn't willing to give up some favorite treats. But when you have treats every single day for every single reason, they're not really treats anymore. They're bad habits. Anyway, I finally decided that my purpose is big enough that I will make the sacrifice, that I will take the risk. So my question to you is, are you willing? And if you are, type willing into the comments. Let me know that you are willing to take the risk, to make the sacrifice. And if you're not, ask yourself, is your purpose big enough? Is your why big enough? And if you've got any questions, if you need any encouragement, all right, Karen is willing. Great. If you need some encouragement, reach out to me, message me. You can find me. I'm all over social media. In fact, more than some people would maybe want to see. Judy, awesome. You're willing. And you recently have taken a big risk. Super proud of you. Judy is one of the newest authors that I know. And so, Judy, feel free to put a link in the comments to Amazon for your book, okay? Because your book is amazing, and I want people to know about it. And Renee, I know you know better. Yes, that's why you put just kidding. Chocolate is not a food group, although it is made from a bean, and that's a legume. So we're kind of on the border right there, right? And if it's dark, it's got antioxidants. So, but just a little bit, right? Okay, anyway, I'm going to digress, and I'm going to go off on a tangent. So I'll stop myself. I want to thank you for joining me today. I hope that I've given you some things to think about, that I've given you some encouragement. How do you know it's worth it? If you are willing to take the risk and willing to make the sacrifice, then your goal is worth it. I got to tell you, I'm talking about goals. I'm not talking about your value, because that's a whole different story, a whole different subject. And I'm here to tell you unequivocally, you are worth it. What about your goals? If you are willing to share what your goals are, I'd love to hear from you. Again, if you need some encouragement, reach out to me. I'm happy to encourage you. I am happy to kick you in the butt if that's what you need. I'm from Texas. I got boots. But I want to thank you for taking the time to hop on, to engage, loving some of these comments. The comments in the comments section, that's super cool. Thank you for that. And I encourage you, subscribe to the Well Done Life Daphne B. Smith YouTube channel. Make sure you're following the page so that you get these videos. And if you are interested in getting the inside scoop for my upcoming book, I'm joining the official ranks of published author in September. Right now, we're reaching out to the influencers and creating the launch team. If you want to learn more about that, I've got a link right here for you. It's called whatsyourscarletletter.com, and we'll get you some inside scoop, some free chapters, some prizes and things for engaging. I really do. I thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed our time together. And I want to help you remember, the choices you make today are part of living a well-done life every day. Take care. Bye for now.